YouTube, you're trolling me by going live and not telling me. Anyway, good afternoon, everybody. It's a Saturday afternoon, one of my infrequent appearances here on the YouTubes. So, first of all, big shout out to everybody. Hope this finds you all in fine fettle. So, as we are waiting for people to come on board, yes, I can see there's an acknowledgement. Is there life out there? Is anyone still alive, or have you all been wiped out by the coof? Because I need you to let me know that you are. Hi, Carhu. Nice to see you on the stream. Thanks, folks, for being here. So this is my, as I say, this is my Saturday definite planned YouTube. So just been out amongst the massed sheep. So oh, excuse me, I coughed. Oh my God, I said, Jed, I need to go and have about 100 tests because I coughed. Maybe they should be PCR and lateral flow to make sure I'm covering all the odds. Hi, everyone. Hi to all who are joining. Thank you very much for being here. Of course, this is YouTube, so we have to be very careful of what we see. Yes, Selene, there is sun. There is sunshine shining on my head. So there you go. I'm not sure how long it's going to shine, though, but yeah, pure blood, everybody. We're all, oh, pure blood. Heads up announcement, first of all. The pure blood collector item badges should be available in the next day or so. So I will keep you briefed on that one. But if you want a badge that shows that you are pure blood, and YouTube wouldn't like me to explain what that means, but you know, and I know what pure blood means, then you'll be able to get them. Jason, let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Yeah, that's going to be the next set of collector's badges. Let's go, Brandon. Those are good ones. I love that. I love the memes. Actually, I've been doing so many memes. Um, this week. It's been amazing. But memes are good. Yes, the great Schmigol, no vaccine and perfect health. I know. I mean, I can't imagine. I don't understand how I'm still alive. I've not taken the 100% safe, 100% effective vaccines, right? I'm fighting fit, as you can tell, Jason. I've not taken them, and yet I'm still here. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. It's beyond medical comprehension. So, of course, we all will. Oh, is everybody still there? If YouTube descending upon me? No, I think if you can still hear me, just give it. Yeah, it's magic. It's magic. We are still alive and we haven't taken the shots, let alone the booster shots. Hi, Jez for Prez. Good to see you. We've not taken any of these things, and yet we're still upright. I just don't get it. And I see some people, I'm not going to name any names. Jed says keep losing the signal. So I wonder, is that because I am in a crap spot here? I don't know. If you can all do me a favor, folks, before I go on, just confirm that you're able to hear this so that I'm not talking to myself. I don't want to go onto the dark side and end up just talking solely to myself. So if you can, it's Jason said, lost it a tiny bit, but all okay now. Okay, thanks, Jason. Yeah, so I just don't know how we are managing to survive. Thanks, guys, for letting me know. Hi, Ian. Good to see you on the stream as well. I don't know how we've survived without the shots, let alone the booster shot. Well, which booster is that going to be? Do you reckon how long before we get the second booster? Which I completely recommend to everybody. If you want to have it, you go and have it, because that's what YouTube wants me to say. And they've got me hostage here, by the way, so I don't say it. Boom! I could be Alec Baldwin. Oh my God, what a story that's been, by the way. Have you seen the Alec Baldwin memes? And the media, they're doing their best to present Alec as the victim. Alec's a victim. I don't think Alec's a victim. I think the lady that he shot dead is the victim. What do you say? Do you think we're going to see a media going or covering up for Alec, saying, well, it's someone else's fault? They put the presumably a, some kind of bullet or whatever in the weapon, and then he fired it at the cinematographer. Mm. You see, I don't know how this one works, and I see Alex blaming everyone's being blamed, but Alec had his finger on the trigger. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of thinking Alec needs to go to jail. Uh, but yes, Jez, exactly. Owen says, "How do everyone? Happy Saturday. Glad cut this live. Alec Baldwin was in a love triangle. Baldwin is in an ego triangle, actually. This is a guy who, for years, has suffered from intense TDS, intense Trump derangement syndrome. So yeah, he will get away with it. Of course, he will. They cover for their own. That's who they are. But we're not like them, you know. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if someone has shot someone, apparently, okay, let's assume it was an accident. It may well have been an accident, but we don't know all of these facts yet. So let's not, you know, innocent until proven guilty. Sure. Isn't that how it works? Oh no, not when it comes to, for example, the people that visited Washington D.C. on January 6th. But shh, we mustn't talk about them. We mustn't talk about them. We mustn't talk about the coup. We mustn't talk about climate change because this is YouTube. YouTube, the home of fully censored free speech. Yeah, YouTube. Is it any wonder I'm so sarcastic about this platform? Owen says, who was health and safety officer in the set? Stevie Wonder? Maybe it was. I haven't heard from Stevie in ages. So maybe Stevie's doing health and safety. Owen, it's a verb. It's a possibility. Let's put it like this. We live in clown world. In clown world, anything's possible. In fact, likely. So yeah, I was going to say to you guys, it's always good to have a laugh on a Saturday together, isn't it? So the Pure Blood badges will be available directly from the Alt News Media shop in the next couple of days. Hopefully, we'll get them up there, and then you can pop along. I'll be wearing mine. I hope you'll wear yours as well. To paraphrase a song title, I'll wear it proudly. Very proud to be a Pure Blood, and I'm staying that way, as I'm sure you will as well. Although maybe Tony Blair's convinced you that you need to go out there and get you get your shots. Tony Blair, I mean, he's the sort of guy. He's a guy that you really do less pay attention to, isn't it? Isn't he? Tony Blair has been saying, "Hey, listen, you need to listen to the science and go and get your jobs." Well, I'm not. How can I disagree with the renowned virologist, epidemiologist, Tony Blair? Jed asked the question, how is the director of photography shot when they're always behind the camera? Jed, that's my question in this one. Not only that, but how was she shot and then the director also wounded? There was two people. She died, but there was another guy seriously injured. Apparently, they said that maybe the shrapnel hit him. I don't know. We have to wait to get the information. But it's a very peculiar story. Very peculiar story. And of course, I'm sure you've seen a lot of Alec Baldwin's tweets have been brought back to our attention again. And he's showing up for exactly what he is and what they all are. Someone says, can we send Blair into space never to return? I think that's unfair on outer space. I think if Tony Blair was sent up into the galaxy, I mean that's tough. I mean, I would then at that point the aliens should definitely invade us because we will have committed warfare against them by sending Blair amongst them. But I mean this guy Blair, I mean Blair and Tony linked together. They're pushing like mad for vaccine passports. I'm gonna do another my podcast channel. I think there's maybe two podcasts have gone out. Another one will go out shortly. Jed can confirm all that, but and then there'll be a couple more today. Also, by the way, to let you know, I'm a busy bee on a Saturday. I'm doing Hearts of Oak live tonight at 8 p.m. So tune in to Peter over on the Hearts of Oak channel. Support the guys at Hearts of Oak as well. I'll be there talking about my week. And I'll be able to talk honestly on Hearts of Oak as long as he's not broadcasting on YouTube, in which case he's in severe danger. But anyway, yeah, I'm on Hearts of Oak tonight. Selena says, they seem to be silent on jab passports in Northern Ireland. Yes. Well, you see, there might be a reason for that. Hey, let me speculate why there's a sort of a silence on jab passports here in Northern Ireland. Because I think you're going to get them in England, you've got them in Scotland, you've got them in Wales. So you got them that. The reason that there may be a certain hesitation for them to be here is just imagine all those IRA veterans, who are still around. Do you think they like the idea of being tracked where they go and when they go there? Because I don't think they do. Now, I'm not saying they control Sinn Féin, but they do. But that might be a possibility. I'm just putting it out there. I'm only all don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. The messenger is Alec Baldwin about. Don't shoot me. I'm just positing a theory that might be a factor that could explain the hesitation, for example, to impose the vaccine passports here. That said, it is possible that they could come here. Yeah, Jason, you have to have one. Just like actually, I'm sure there'll be exceptions for many other particular groups as well. But don't forget, the reason I'm so vehemently against them, and which I can go into detail on my podcast channel, is that it's a short skip and a hop, and you're then into digital control of your life. The government will then own you forever. There's no way back once you go into this. I mean, this is the serious point in this one, and that's another reason why I so vehemently opposed to them. I'm not sure how long it'll be before YouTube make it a policy that if you oppose COVID passports, that's against our terms of service, and you're going to get a strike. I'm not sure. Not sure. Yeah, Jed. Lights, camera, fire. Oh, Alec, not another Alec Baldwin joke. We are having too much fun laughing at Alec Baldwin. Obviously, we're all sad. I'm sad about the loss of life of the lady concerned. But Baldwin is a vile creature, worshipped by the cabal in Hollywood and in New York. Yeah, UK column, who great guys. I listen to UK column, by the way. I do recommend you do as well. I can sort of see from my podcast channel, I can sort of see what you guys also listen to. I'm in a group that sort of podcasts similar to mine, I guess. UK column is one. James Delingpole is another. And there's me. They have a lot more followers than me, by the way. I'm pretty between the platforms. Yeah, Alec Baldwin, absolutely vile creature. But you watch them protect him, and actually, they're actually trying to say now, oh, Alex, in a very real sense, he's a real victim. What? He's not the victim. He pulled the trigger. So yeah, uh, yeah, Jed, too many jokes, Jed. Jed says, Alex, your lines were fire, 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 but we didn't mean fire, boom, kaboom with Alec Baldwin. So it is sad loss of life. It's pathetic to see the media cover for Baldwin and paint him as the victim. Hi Shane, very welcome on the one of my infrequent YouTube live streams. So yeah. So what else have we got to talk? What else can we talk about? Um, Evola's sunglasses, great new video out on Dellingpole's Rumble. Yeah, Rumble's a good platform, by the way. I hope you're following me over in Rumble. You should subscribe to my Rumble channel because I think the time's going to come when pretty much all my content will be on Rumble or BitChute, probably, with potentially a little bit on Odyssey, some on Gab TV. And then, of course, we've got GETTR, which is going to be able to have live streaming very, very soon. Yeah, Jason, YouTube should tell us what we're able to discuss. Well, I mean, this is the wickedness of the platform I'm broadcasting to you on. This is why I've got such a problem with YouTube. And mind you, when the government brings in its what is it? It's online what is it? Online hate bill or whatever it is. Um, we will be able to talk about even less. So it's important you get off YouTube, you get on BitChute, you get on Rumble. Where's my podcast? Shalina, the link is down below. Have a look right below this, and you will see when I'm finished talking a link to my podcast channel. If you subscribe to my podcast channel, whoa, so many comments coming in there. If you subscribe to the podcast channel, you'll get 4 to 5 exclusive podcasts a day. That's why I tell you. Hi, Chaz. I've got the hardest working, the most industrious podcast channel in the UK. Just hit the subscribe button and we tackle all the stuff that we're not allowed to talk about here. Shh. So Yes, Shalini, all the links are below, as Jed says. So you'll be able to go there, just click, and then you'll get notifications of them. They come out about 5 times a day. So it's high intensity stuff, but for very short, it's maybe 5-10 minutes ago, different topics. So yeah, I mean, which is what this used to be about, by the way. We used to be able to do this on YouTube, but we can't anymore because YouTube has declared that you mustn't question this, you mustn't question that. Jed makes a point. We've had 100,000 downloads on our podcast, and Jed, I can't remember what month we started, but I think it was maybe, I don't know, June or something. I can't remember, but not that many months. We've not been going more than what, 6 months, Chad. So it's been a fiery baptism. But the great thing is there's no censorship on it, so you can actually speak. I can speak to you more comprehensively than I can speak to you here. June. So there you go, folks. In June. We started podcasting, and by the end of this month, we'll have had 100,000 downloads, and that's testament to not just myself, but to the work of my producer Jed, who's on the stream, who helps make all this malarkey happen. So look, as I said, that's Matt T is on the stream. I see. Hello, Matt T. Yeah, I was going to say just before I go, do you know what really bothers me? Yeah, people wearing masks bothers me a lot. It depresses me. It infuriates me. I haven't accepted it. It's not right. It's not normal. It's never normal. That's how it is, folks. Right. But it's the people who wear the designer mask. So there's people wandering around where I've just been, and they've got, the blue face nappies. They've got those on. But then and I guess it tends to be the women, the ladies. And if there's any ladies watching, I don't mean to be sexist, because men could also wear these. Because remember, there's 87 different genders, so it's any wonder there's no shortage of masks. But here's the thing, they're wearing, like, designer coordinated masks. I mean, what's that about? I saw people with, like, they've obviously got the big brand names. Um, Oban says Bolsonaro has been charged with crimes against humanity for not providing the jab. Lols. Does anyone believe that? Designer masks and football masks, they're all, you're right, Jace, they're stupid. This is the equivalent, though. This is the point maybe you want to make. That this is the equivalent of, in the old days where we had the slave trade, the slaves insisting, well, look, if you're going to put manacles around our ankles, around our arms, make them the nice manacles. Can you add a little bit of design into them, perhaps? Slaves didn't want that. Slaves knew that manacles equals captivity. These sheep are so thick, so stupid, that they don't see that they've been captured. They are literally creatures of the pod, running around with their designer masks on. Oh, look at me! This mask matches my lovely designer jacket. I mean, do they not see how ludicrous that is? You see that, don't you? You realize that. I mean, wearing any mask is stupid. Wearing a designer mask is particularly stupid. And yet, oh, you want to see them? They walk around, oh, they've got the real air about them. Look at me. It's a height of fashion. I mean, you can't see my face. All you can see is my eyes, but it's fashionable. So there we have. We have become not just enslaved, but and this is I used to quote this one a lot, by the way, an aphorism, which I can't even remember the source now, but I used to say this back in my political life, and it was that the final triumph of the despot is when the slaves give thanks for their enslavement. And that's where we are. These people, yeah, look at me. Look, I've got designer mask on. I've had 16 jobs, but I've still got a designer mask because you can't be too safe after all. Um, so the masks everyone wears. Well, Jazz, we're on YouTube, so we can't question anything. But I've got big questions about the masks. It's more an outward and visible sign of your servitude to the government. That's why the governments want you to wear masks, I believe. It marks people like me and perhaps you out as as being non-compliant. Lockdowns need to end, David Vance. You're absolutely right, Shane. They most definitely do need to end. Although I see that, hi, Peter Stewart from Lisburn. Hi, Peter. You're very welcome on the stream. Thank you for joining me. Um, the government's kind of they want people masked because it shows who's complied, and then it exposes people like us. And Shalini's right, it's also the fear factor. It's the fear factor. There's no other. I mean, they've just made masks mandatory now here in Northern Ireland for like autumn winter, but they were never anything other than mandatory in the first place. I've been one of the few people wandering around without one. And Evola makes a point. It's interesting the left has completely swallowed the establishment narrative on COVID. Well, you're absolutely right. Of course, we see the trade unions all advocating for Plan B. We got to get Plan B, folks. And what does Plan B equals? Masks and COVID passports for England. That's what Plan B equals. You know that. I know that. That's what it is. Trade unions love all that. Julia says this stops when we stop it. 100% amen to that, Julia. We shouldn't be looking to other people to do this. We have to do it. It comes to us. And how do we do it? It's simple. We don't comply. I've been in a place where they've got a huge I'll not say where it is, but I've been in a particular um, big store place, kind of agricultural based, and the huge sign in the window saying at the front door saying, "No masks, no enter." So stuff that. So I went straight in, and nobody said a boo. They're scared. They're complying. I understand the stores want to comply so government doesn't crack down on them. But in that way, frankly, we end up in bloody gulags. We end up in 1930s Germany. That's where we end up. And we can't let it continue. So we have to just fight back by not complying, for starters. We need to do that. We need to say, no, enough. We're not going to be given really bad advice and go along with it. I mean, again, people with designer masks, people with masks down to here. I mean, in a way, I laugh at those because I think, well, maybe they don't want to wear them and it's just for tokenism. But they'd be better off not wearing them at all. So people shouldn't. Ellie says, I'm from NI, never wear a mask or politics. Yes, Ellie, 100% right, 100% right. Um, will you be signing up to Truth Social? Hi, John. I will be signing up to Truth Social. At the moment, to sign up for Donald Trump, Orange Man bad, or no, Orange Man good. His new channel, you have to be based in America. So that's why I'll wait till it's open to those outside of America. But I'll definitely be on Donald Trump's social media platform. But Ellie's right. The political class have let us down everywhere. In Northern Ireland, Northern Ireland's bad. Scotland is a horror show. Did you see that unbelievable guy, the head of the Labour Party in Scotland, saying that? Oh yeah, we know where the unvaccinated live, and we need to go and visit their doors. We know where they are. We know who they are. We know where they live, and we need to go and visit them to talk to them about vaccines. Oh boy, try it. Just try it. Um, Jason, unfortunately, the Northern Ireland Assembly is appalling. I've always argued it should storm it should be levelled, turned into a big Tesco or something useful. Yes, Peter, I should probably do that. I do have. Hello, by the way, Matt, all the way from Sydney. By the way, good luck to all my Sydney friends and my Australian friends, because I know you've been living through the absolute totalitarian, authoritarian, bullying jackboot horrors of the administration down there. Absolutely. Jed makes a point. In Scotland, they have facial recognition for kids to pay for school meals. Yeah, this is how they're going to get us. They're going to get. Ultimately, your smartphone is going to become a real problem. You're going to need a dumb phone, as in an old-fashioned phone where there's no technology on it, and so on and so forth. Um, yeah, interesting comments here coming in. Australia is completely insane. Matt says is out of control. Yeah, it's really interesting. One of as a comment to my Australian friends, I just say this one thing. I wonder is the reason why Australia has been so unbelievably authoritarian, fascist, is that because China has a lot of control in Australia behind the scenes? I wonder is that. Jez, you see, if as I remember school meals, I would prefer they didn't recognize my face and I didn't eat them. Don't remember school meals as being a particular culinary delight, although that was a long time ago, back in Charles Dickens' day when I was at school. Um, so yeah, I just think, yeah. I use my own just reading comments. Chaz, I use my old phone when out, no internet, just in case. Yeah, it's tricky. I mean, I like to be able to do this kind of stuff, so having a smartphone is good. But by this, oh yeah, here's a good comment. The centre right press, Telegraph, etc., completely useless. Daily Telegraph is a horror show, but you just have to look at follow the money. Look at who owns the Daily Telegraph. That explains everything. And that explains everything about everything else as well. Follow the money, and you'll have a very good idea about why people are saying what they are saying. A couple of you guys agreeing Australia is, we feel sorry for our friends in Australia. Life must have been so hard for you guys. Hi, Leslie. Good to see you on the stream. You never have to apologize for being late. No one has to apologize to me. I'm just happy to see any of you. And if you come along and spend these few moments with me on a Saturday. Uh, Flip phones going from 12 quid to 20 quid. Yeah, my advice to everyone, get yourself a dumb phone. Get a dumb phone. You're going to need them. John says, following Thursday's live chat, I think the reason Lib Leb Lamb won't have the conversation is because they're scared of patriotic party. Yeah, I mean, look, there's so much we could talk about. Well, we can't talk about these things on YouTube. YouTube wants to talk about, fashion tips, helpful recipes, maybe do a video on how you feel so good after taking your job. These are the things that excite YouTube. Yeah, I know what I was going to say. I was also going to say one final point. Um, this notion about immunity and the fact that the booster shots are going to be so good for you. I don't mean to question that because I can't hear. But when I hear some people suggest that the booster shots are better than your natural immunity, that's not what the science says. People that say that are spreading misinformation, and I would hope that that will be looked into. I understand some people have been on a legacy media this morning spouting that kind of incoherent gibberish. Whereas, of course, we've got scientific documentation that shows that the yes, Johnny says, we're all Labour momentum supporters here. Absolutely. Jeremy Corbyn. We all support Jeremy Corbyn, YouTube. We all support Joe Biden. We all support Joe Biden. We all absolutely do. We love Kamala Harris. We love Jacinta Ardern. Don't we, YouTube? So remember, don't come at me, YouTube. Right. So Jed says, remember, there's a live podcast every Thursday night, 8 o'clock. If you do nothing else, ring that in your diary, 8 o'clock, and you can come on. Ooh, Jeremy Corbyn, you can come on the podcast live stream and we talk like this, but except with no holds barred. And Jed and my colleague from Alt News Media, Ed, they join me, and we love vaccines. YouTube, listen, I've had 16 of them, and it's not enough. I think I need more to stay safe. So I would like to say these things. I don't know anymore. I think of Joe Biden, I always think, let's go, Brad. Or do you think Kamala is about to finally sink maybe she'll get Alex Baldwin to come round to the White House and that might be that YouTube algorithms love when they see people like us having these sensible discussions about how many masks we wear and how many times we've been taking the jab. These are sensible YouTube conversations. That's why you've got to follow me in Rumble. You got in this. Rumble's a good 1,000 followers over on folks. So we're coming up to the 30 minutes. I've given it as much as I can. I've got other things to be doing. But I see the signals vanishing up and down. The final word on this one: the pure blood badges. Your way of making your personal mark will be available from yours truly very shortly, and I'll do a special thing on it when I've got them. But I believe they're due in the next day or so. So you'll be able to get some and stand out from the crowd. Stay strong. Stay pure blood. Oh my God, YouTube. But I didn't mean in any way to hurt your feelings. In the meantime, that's it from me. Thank you all. Love your comment. I love your comments. That's the main reason for doing this. It's fantastic. If for no other reason, just get your comments. Right, guys.